Hi everybody, I'm back, and today I'm going to show you all how to make rice pudding, aka Arroz Con Leche. Here's what you'll need. You will need rice, and I'm using 3 cups of rice today. You will need a pinch of sea salt. You will need raisins. Now the raisins are optional. You're going to need some fresh cinnamon sticks. You're going to need vanilla extract, evaporated milk, and this is a 12 fluid ounce, and you will need a can of sweetened condensed milk. You will need powdered cinnamon, ground cinnamon. You will need milk. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, and let's talk about my rice. The rice that I'm deciding to use today is the boil in a bag rice. For you all that know me, you know that I absolutely love to use this boil in a bag rice. When you use it, all you have to do is boil your water. That's the pan that I have here. And when the water comes up to a boil, what you're going to do is put your bags of rice in. The rice cooks for 11 minutes and it comes out perfect every time. Okay, so a lot of you might say, Gina, you're not making like the rice from scratch. No, absolutely I'm not, and this is going to be just as good. You hear me? Trust me when I tell you this. Now, the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to go in with one of the fresh cinnamon sticks, and we're going to put that cinnamon stick right down into this water that's getting ready to come to a nice boil. Okay, so as soon as my water comes to a boil, we'll throw these 3 cups of rice in, and instead of cooking the rice for 11 minutes, I'm going to cook the rice for 8 minutes, okay, because we're going to continue to cook the rice with other ingredients later. As soon as this comes to a boil, I'll be right back. You all asked for a rice pudding recipe. Well, here you go. Today we're making it, and I'm going to make some mouths water tonight. You hear me? This right here is such an easy recipe, so much fun to make. And you guys, when you feed this to your family and friends, they will lose their mind. It's so good. Trust me, guys. As soon as this comes to a boil, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, my rice has came to a boil, and what I like to do, I'm just going to put just a little pinch, just a little tiny bit of sea salt down into my water. All right, we're going to put the 3 cups of rice right on in there with the cinnamon stick. After 8 minutes, we'll take this out, and then I'll show you how to make one beautiful rice pudding. Okay, everyone, our rice has boiled with the cinnamon stick and the salt water for 8 minutes. What I'm going to do right now is actually take the rice out of this water. I'm going to pour the water out of the pan, and then I'm going to put the rice back in. Okay? I'm going to do that right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, our rice is done. I've poured all the water off, and I've put the rice back into the pan. Now's for the fun part. Let's grab all of my ingredients. I have to reach over my camera. Sorry, everyone. And let's grab some of these ingredients. I'm going to take this off of the burner so that it doesn't burn, because that burner is still hot. All right, let me grab all of my ingredients and get them near me. I'm so excited for this recipe. My family's so excited. This recipe is so much fun. So, first thing that we're going to do, turn your heat up to a medium heat, and the first thing that you need to do is put in 1 cup of water. Okay, let me make sure, and that was exactly 1 cup of water. I do have another cup just in case I need it, and I said water, but you all know that it's milk. All right, let's get that milk in there, and that's just vitamin D milk, and we're going to let that milk cook in there for about 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes we're going to put the whole can of the evaporated milk in with this as well. Okay, just let that milk right there heat up. After 5 minutes, I'll be back and we'll put our evaporated milk in, the whole can. Let's make sure we can get a good picture down into here. There we go, that's a really good picture. Okay, our milk, our 1 cup of milk has cooked with the rice and has came up to temperature. So now we're going to go in with a full can of evaporated milk. And that's for 3 cups of rice. You want to turn your rice onto a medium-high heat. And we want to get these 2 milks to boiling. Just like so. All right? And then the next thing that I want to do is put just a pinch of sea salt in. That's enough. That's all you need. But you do need that pinch of sea salt. Okay? Then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more. Because remember, we boiled the rice with a stick of cinnamon. Now we're going to put another stick of cinnamon in. Just like so. And just kind of nestle it down in there. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put a tablespoon of vanilla. Normally what I call a tablespoon is normally 2 tablespoons. I can never put enough vanilla in. I love the taste of it and I love how fragrant it is. All right, so now medium high, and you're just going to let this kind of simmer. All right, here's where all the flavor starts to set in. That beautiful evaporated milk and that vanilla and that cinnamon. And you only need the 1 cinnamon stick. You can reuse the other cinnamon stick that you boiled the rice in if you wanted to. I'm just using a second one. Okay? Oh my goodness, this smells so good already. And we don't even have the sweetness in yet. But we'll put it in. Oh, absolutely. And the whole purpose for me not cooking the rice all the way was because I knew that we were going to continue to do this cooking process. I didn't want the rice to be cooked all the way, and once we started this process, the rice be really smushy. Okay, so you cook it half the way if you're using the boil in a bag rice, and then when you do this, it can continue to cook this way. All right, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in just because I want to. Just because I want to. And sure enough, trust and believe me when I tell you that cinnamon stick will let off enough flavor. But if you want to put that cinnamon, the ground cinnamon in, feel free to. All right, so we're just going to let this go for a good 10 minutes before we put our sweetened condensed milk in. Be back, everyone. Okay, everyone, our beautiful rice has came to a boil with the evaporated milk. All right, now we're going to go in with the ingredient that I forgot to tell you about, and that's butter. Okay, I have French butter here. It's real butter, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in. Okay, that's going to really make this velvety. Okay, and when I tell you this, oh my goodness, you better believe me. It's going to make this so velvety. And at this point, I'm going to turn the heat down just to a medium. Okay, it was on medium high. I'm turning it down so the bottom of my pan doesn't scorch. Okay, we don't want that milk to score at the bottom. All right, so you turn it down. And at this moment, we're going to go ahead and put 1 full can of sweetened, look at this, guys. I live for sweetened condensed milk. Isn't it just so beautiful? Ooh, absolutely it is. Okay, let me grab all that goodness out of there. You want to get all that out of there because we need that sweetness. I've made in the past when I was younger, I made rice pudding with sugar. And as I've grown, I've learned to love rice pudding with evaporated milk. Okay? And this is the best way. It tastes better than just sugar. Once you do it this way, you'll never turn back to the old way. No, you won't. Oh my goodness. So we're just going to let this simmer on medium. If you feel like it's cooking too fast, feel free to turn it down on low. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick taste just to see what it tastes like. Oh my word. This right here, wow. This right here is what I think about when I think rice pudding. Woo, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with raisins. And I have a couple boxes. I'm going to use 3 boxes today. Okay. Me personally, I love the touch of the raisins in with the rice pudding or arroz con leche. And then I like another twist, which is walnuts. I like to fold walnuts in right at the end. If you're a person that says, Gina, but I can't eat nuts and I don't like them, you don't have to use them. And it'll be okay. It'll be okay without them. This recipe is so delicious. I cannot wait to try it again. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. And be careful when you're stirring around the cinnamon stick, because you don't want the cinnamon stick to break up, and you don't want anyone to have to bite down into cinnamon stick pieces, okay? So when you stir, just kind of stir around him. Just like so. And make sure you put some butter in there. Put 2 tablespoons of real butter in there. It really makes a difference. So I've had a lot of you ask me, Gina, can you please make rice pudding? Well, here you are. Here you are. So what we need to do is we need to let this sit. Okay? Let it cook on a medium. If you feel like it's cooking too fast or you feel like it's sticking to the bottom of the pan, turn it down onto low. And just let it go. Boy, does it smell beautiful. And I'm going to put a little tiny bit more vanilla. Just because I want to. Just because I want to. I hope you all are having a great day today. I hope you all had a good weekend. And those of you that got to join my super chat, thank you all for joining. I had so much fun with you all. And I will do more super chats more often. So for those of you that missed the super chat, no worries, because I'll do another one. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to let this simmer down for a while, and it'll start to get thicker as it simmers. I'm going to turn mine down on low, and I'm going to give this one more taste. After I feel like it's thick enough, I'll be back. Okay, everybody, let's get a good look down in here. Let me bring this closer to you. See how it's starting to thicken up? This right here, 101. 101, rice pudding. If you never had this before, you better make you some. Absolutely, because if not, you are definitely missing something. Look at this. It's so sweet. Now, the first time you go to taste it, it's not going to feel like it's sweet enough. But as it cooks down, okay, and some of that milk cooks out, and you're left with that sweetened condensed milk. Look at this, guys. You are left with that beautiful sweetened condensed milk, that cinnamon and vanilla flavor. You have the raisins going all throughout, a pinch of sea salt, and don't forget that 2 tablespoons of butter. This right here is one rich and tasteful rice pudding. I want you all to try this. You can eat it cold. I like to eat mine's warm. I do. I like to eat mine's while it's still warm. Now I can eat it cold. Absolutely. You know, but I like mine still warm, not steaming hot like this, because you can't enjoy it while it's this hot. But buddy, you hear me? Look at this. And the flavor of that cinnamon. Make sure you use a cinnamon stick, okay? Because it lets off the most beautiful flavor, the best flavor. You can't get that flavor from the ground cinnamon that you're going to get from the stick. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely. And I like to toss walnuts in mine right before it's done. And I get the crushed walnut pieces. Like I said, if you're allergic to nuts, don't use it. If you don't like nuts, don't use it. Okay? But I happen to like them. And I'm going to use them. If there's a different nut that you like, feel free to use it. Absolutely. When you're stirring this, be sure to kind of scrape the bottom of your pan just to make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom of your pan. Look at this. My husband is going to be so excited for this tonight. You hear me? Boy, oh boy. Look at that. All right, this is almost done. I'm going to let it go for maybe 5 more minutes, and it'll be done. And then I'll show you how I like to present it and when I like to fold my walnuts in. Be back, everyone. Okay, everybody, I've turned the rice pudding off. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and make a nice bowl for myself. All right, and you can keep that cinnamon stick in there if you like, okay? You don't have to take it out. They'll see around it, okay? Because I feel like when you refrigerate it with that cinnamon stick in there, the flavor gets even more prevalent, even more better. More better, if that makes sense. Look at this. My goodness, look at this. You hear me? And then look how you garnish it. Look how you garnish it. Of course, you don't you don't want to chew or eat those cinnamon sticks. Okay? Look at this. Rice pudding 101. We're going to give this a try. And I'm going to show you how I incorporate the walnuts. I'm going to put some in, just like so. I'm eating on those walnuts because they're delicious. Just toss them in. Make sure they get down in there. Leave some on the top. Oh yeah, baby. This right here, this is what I live for. You hear me? Look at that. Rice pudding. My goodness. And then you have to just because it's beautiful, but not too much. Okay, let's see if I can get just a tiny bit out, just for color. Look at that. My goodness. If you all enjoyed this recipe, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome recipes. And as always, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. But not before I give this bad boy a try. All right, let me get a spoon. Woo-wee! Boy, am I excited. But here's the thing. Please understand, everybody. You have to understand how hot this is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let you all taste this. And then after you all taste it, I'm going to put the video on pause for a second before I taste it, because I don't want to burn the daylights out of my mouth. Taste this, guys. Taste that beautifulness right there. My goodness. This one right here, you all are going to love me for this. You hear me? Try making this. Make this for your family. Make it for your loved one, your family and friends. They'll never forget this. Give that a try, guys. Okay, everybody, I'm ready to dig in. Arroz con leche. And you know what? I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please feel free to correct me. Look at this. Rice pudding 101. I'm digging in, guys. I can't stand it any longer. No. Why is this so good? And yet, it was so easy. I gotta taste this again. Why do you taste so good? Why does my heart ache? This is so good. You taste so good. Give me. Taste that, guys. If you all don't mind walnuts, you put you some in there. Put in the description below what you all think about this recipe. Try this recipe this week. Have a good night, guys. Good night.